So hey all, Teretrix Gaming here. So I haven't actually been uploading much in the last couple of days. It's just because I've been doing a lot of work actually for a new upcoming series. And it's a lot of man hours it's taking, a lot of editing, have to get a bunch of voice changes to be working for it. And that's why I haven't been uploading that much, and as well I've got a teeny bit of work to do, but not enough. So this is the second carry-on of the basing video. That took a lot of love inside of it, and people really liked it. So it took me to a part where I want to redo this again. The Camo Sniper one as well will be done soon, so keep in touch for that. So let's quickly go over. So we're just using a clay, modelling clay, for this. And this video will be called The Joys of Modelling Clay, because of that. And I've got a clear one here, but I'll show you what we can create with something like this. I'm just going to center it because that's irritating me. So we got a normal, this is Acadian or Tactical Marine base, and works pretty well. It's a small base, but Primaris ones will probably be much nicer for it. Going to move over to there. The lighting will probably be quite horrible in this, just because it's about, I think, 9 o'clock at night, maybe 10. You'll probably create something like that, just a small little rock. Or you could create something else, like, if I can find the right one it was on, so just chucked from everywhere. Let's just say, like that. We can move it in, move it over to there, like that. We can create something like this, which will work for a figurine to be standing on top of. As you can see, I've emplaced it, and this for a captain to be on top of. Quite a good idea, isn't it? Sorry for pausing the video for you guys. That's just my dog barking. I had to cut out a small section of this video just because of dog barking and files being corrupt and stuff. I'll talk further in detail in the next update video about all of that. Hope you enjoy. I have hiccups. Hope you enjoy the rest of the video. Have a good day. Bye bye and blah blah blah. And we are back, and I've got all my paint sorted. So the paint I will be using, this is my choice, is I like to go in black first, so I'm going to go with Abaddon. It's my darkest black I've got. I might go and buy, I think it's the Velo blacks. I might come and buy some of those. I need to branch off my painting, but I'll talk about that probably in a later video. Got a very, very nice grey, and as well, buying a white scar. This will be used with Abaddon to make another light, to make a semi-light grey to go along with this, because my Dawn Stone is right now dead. But you can use any other grey. See, these are paints that I'm using myself, but you should go over and not use the paints I use. I should have just said black, white, and grey, because you just put your own neat to it. Neat? Is that the word? See, I'm going against myself in these wording because I've been reading the Malarax book, and oh my gosh, the wording in that's horrible to read. But I'll talk about that in another video. Lots of videos already been planned. And as well, I've got Moonfang Brown, just for the browning of the base. So should we go to the base right now? So as you can see, I've put in a teeny bit of indentation to, if you can see right there, some indentation. It's sort of a troop, Cadian troop running across this. So we're going to go over with our just normal brush and just Abaddon black it up. Remember the rule, shake it, and you're probably going to get my shaking as well, because my chair is semi-attached. There we go, we've got some Abaddon. Put that over here. Just need to add your water to it. I like to add my water down Abaddon away from my actual Abaddon. So while it's moving, I just put my hand on the base. There. And then you just slowly move them together, so you can create a nice consistency that you want. So I'll show you what I'm doing firstly, then we'll skip over to when it's done, when I've done that black coat. So you just paint over it, and you don't need to care if you've got your brush marks. It's better if you don't have them, but you could do a couple of small coats, you could do a couple of big coats. It doesn't really matter. The more watered down it is,
the more it's going to get into those recesses. So I'm going to skip over to when it's done. I'll see you guys all then. Okay, so now that we have finished that step with doing it fully blackened, I am right now removing all the black off my paintbrush, and we're going to be doing a dry brush layer. So I've just got a shabby old paintbrush. I'm just going to dry brush it all over. Funny thing is, I actually use a medium base brush for the base coat, so I would advise not using a thin one just because you want to go and do a rough thing. It's just a base. It's not supposed to be pointing out so much and obvious. So as usual, ooh, I didn't want that to happen. You focused. Okay, it's all focused. As usual, you need to shake your paints up if it sits down, or I think with any paint you need to shake it. Please tell me how you do your bases, or send it on across from to my Discord or my Gmail if you want to show me your models. All will be in the link of the description, as usual, as well as both my friends, the Weatherpig and Spect. So I've done that for about a rough amount of time, so I think it's done. So I'm going to go over. You just need to get a teeny bit on your brush, get it all around the corners. Okay, you may hear a car coming, sorry about that. It's quite busy actually today. It's irritating. And I'm just going over on some toilet roll. Yeah, it's just going to block out the sun for you guys, but you can probably hear it. I'm just going across the toilet roll and just getting a nice little part. Just brush it across your skin, and if that's at the right consistency you want, just quickly go over, do that. I may talk about painting terms later, but I think that's enough for you guys. So just go over it, and if you're not getting enough coverage, just always do it again. So we're just doing this first layer. This is good because it collects on all those indents that you want it to collect on. So I want mine to become quite rough with what it looks like. Because if you can see, that pocket there is where the shoes would be. So it shows me where I need to put the figurine. But a good thing, what else you could do, is put sand in these parts, so it gives it quite a nice terrain boost. But that'll probably be for a future video, the use of sand for basing. So if you get the gist, each video has their own section. For example, the first one was about blue tack and what that did with basing. This one is about what clay does with basing, because each of them have their own different unique specialities. Okay, I think that's enough. And we're going to go over with a teeny bit of white. See, I'm not reading out the names anymore. And as usual, we need to shake it. This is a question for all of you. I'm going to pick a question. So I just found out actually I got some corrupted data. Lost doing the white on that. So now we're going to be doing the brown across the sides. If all of you have known me, I don't actually use PVA, I use the paint to stick on my pigments. That'll be used in a second, so need to watch out because I am as well running out of data. Getting hit with two things. So what we're just going to do is we just go over this part with the brown. If you can see that, we just basically do this. I'll skip over to when it's all done fully. So 3, 2, 1, bye. So we have now done the brown. There. Move it over so you guys can see. There. We've now done all the brown. You can see it's showing the difference between the rock and the dirt. And just to improve how the brown works, you're going to hear a big click. We're now going to add some nice forest. Oh, for goodness sake. Oopsie doopsie. And we're going to just add some nice forestation. So you know the gist. Just put it inside. You just put all your forestation on. Wiggle it around. And then you remove the base. Now, of course, some is going to go in areas that you don't want. It's of course always going to happen. So we'll move that over. Put it back down to the floor for now. And we'll go over with our fingers. Just remove any parts where we don't want it. So there we are right now. But you're like, I want it to get better. And I'll skip over to that part now. because I'm still going to be looking for the part that I need. I found it, and what I'm going to be using is the Citadel terrain. And now we're going to be like, oh, what's Citadel terrain? It's the little pieces of static glass, not glass, but grass. So move that over to there, and just move it into the right areas that you need it to be in. So either give it some imagination. So you're like, oh, I think I should have a piece of base there. Well, you get your piece of static grass, pick it up. If I could get it up without breaking it, that's the key thing. Put it on your finger, and just go over to there. Just place it down. You don't want it going to the side of that base part, and you put it there. There you are. You've got a nice little rocky terrain for your units to walk along. Quite nice. And now the last bit is just putting a border onto your piece. So here you are, getting our brush. And I'm like, I want to make it bold, so I'm going to go over and get some nice corn red. So I didn't actually tell you that to get in the beginning, because I just thought of it. Just to be honest. I didn't think of it, but I knew I was going to do it, but I didn't know which colour. So you just go over it. You do another colour usually on the spectrum to what you're using. So I'll skip over to when it's done and do a showcase of what it looks like. See you all then. So we are now done with our base. Here it is. Like that. And I'm going to get something just to move it around so you can see what it looks like. So you can see it's just a nice steady out base, and we'll get it to focus there. You can see the red doesn't shoot out that much, and actually it's quite a browny red using corn red. But it works quite well, I find, because as I said earlier, the miniature is the thing that's supposed to burst out, not the base. The base has still got to look nice, but you don't want the miniature to look uglier than your base. For example, with Nurgle, which one would you rather have? The miniature to look ugly, or the base to look ugly? I would rather have the miniature to look ugly, because that shows Nurgle out. But for Space Marine, to make it look loyal and stuff, take from my older video and stuff like that. I hope that you've all enjoyed this video. If you found any problems with it, please just put in the comment section why you disliked it or why you didn't like this section. Please follow both my friends, Spect and the Weather Pig. I've got a Discord as well if you want to come along and talk to me. Please email me photos of your new Warhammer pieces via my email down below in the description. Like all of these, they'll be in the description. My Instagram as well, you'll be informed every single time I have a video coming out. Bye all. Bye all. Have a great day. Actually, I just need to quickly add in right here. My next video may come out a bit later because the audiobook is still being worked on and we're just getting ready to start animating it. So see you all. Bye bye. Teretrix Gaming out. Have a great day all.
Thank you very much for staying along in this video and listening to what I say, even though the blurbering and everything's horrible. I have continuous hiccups, so if I hiccup, I'm sorry. I have a bunch of update videos coming up, which will be talked more in depth in the update video and about why I haven't been uploading much. I hope you liked this video. Hope you enjoyed watching it. If you want to know other good people for basing videos, Spect, my good friend Spect, has put out good tutorials for how to make bases, narrative bases. And as well, if you can, please follow both of them / subscribe. They both own an Instagram and YouTube account. Both as well will be linked inside of this description. As like always, have a grand day everyone, and good night, and good morning, wherever you are. Bye bye.